Okay.
Okay.
So what
Wait,
are, mhm,
you might have to refresh my memory. So in um
mhm.
in the
Yep.
give me 1 second.
Yeah. Okay, so you are gathering, conducting all those requirement sessions, okay, to
Mhm.
gather the requirement from the stakeholders. Stakeholder give you requirements, you will document those requirement
This
in
is
your
requirement
requirement document,
document. Yes, you're right.
okay. And as requirements are done, requirement document is like complete and stakeholder given, yeah, this is what they want, you will schedule a kind of joint application development session, okay. You will invite your developers and tester too in that, and review that like requirement document with the stakeholders, okay, as well as with the development and testing team too,
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
So development and testing team, so they will understand those requirement too, and they can ask the questions if they have any,
Right.
okay, straight to the stakeholders, okay, so that later on when you are working with them it will be easier because they already have interaction with the requirement,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Mhm.
So and when that like a review is done and questions are answered and everything is perfect, then you ask the stakeholders, primary stakeholder, to sign off those requirements. Stakeholders signed off those requirements, and then the next part is uh, system analysis, okay. So in the system analysis, basically, system analyst is gonna, system analyst or system solution architect or system architect, okay, they all will be like there too in the meeting. He is gonna work with them.
Wait, I'm sorry. In the system, is this right before the joint application development session?
No, no, after that.
This is after the joint.
Right, requirement are done, your job, main job, requirement, they are signed off, requirement document is signed off,
Right.
and the next is conducting like system analysis,
Okay.
okay, finding the solution of those requirements,
Right. Okay.
okay. So system analyst will work with the architecture team, okay, and present some solution to the stakeholders. After working that with them, identify certain solutions, okay, and then conducting a meeting, a joint application session, where the system analyst is going to present the solution,
Mhm.
okay. And for example, system analyst presented 3 solution, okay, and he will ask the business or the stakeholders that they have choice to select which solution they seems perfect for them,
Mhm.
okay. The stakeholder will like select that one of the solution, and as they selected, then system analyst will focus on that solution and prepare the detailed document
Mhm.
for
And
that
then
solution.
so like that's when like the solution leadership signs off, like the solution
Right,
leader.
and then when that document is prepared, then gonna go over with the solution like a leadership, which is like architect or enterprise architect or solution architect, okay, those, as well as like stakeholders, and gonna present that detailed solution document, or sometimes it's called functional requirement document, sometimes it's called system specification document, sometimes just simple solution document. In some organization it is just called like system design document,
Mhm.
okay. So there are multiple name of the this document in different organization, okay. So but it is a kind of solution document, okay. We can say as a general, as a standard solution document,
Okay.
okay, or system specification document. So when that document is complete, then just like the BA, you went review that document with the whole stakeholders and IT team. So this then solution analyst gonna review that system specification document with the whole team, okay, stakeholder, as well as solution leadership, enterprise architect and other,
Mhm.
okay. And after the review, if anybody has any question, any suggestion, gonna incorporate those question or suggestion in it, okay. And after that, gonna send that document for sign off,
Mhm.
okay. When that document sign off, so that solution document is basically contains the solution, okay, how the system will look like, how the system flow will be, if there is any data, what would be the data flow, all that, technical things, and in sometime in form of use cases, okay. So that are there in like that's a solution document, okay. So when the solution document is signed off, then next development will start, and we yesterday spoke about development. And the developer, what are the inputs for the developer? Okay, inputs for the developer is this solution document as well as business requirement document. So developer will take understanding from the business requirement and related solution, and then they will start developing, they will start coding that solution, okay. And developer codes in form of like the software is built in form of units, okay. And each unit they build, they write the code, they test it, okay, and then integrate all those units to like complete the functionality, okay. So developers usually they write the code and do unit testing, okay, and to test the code that is a functioning code, okay. So similarly they will complete the whole code, whole functionality, and when that development is done, they're gonna send it to testing, okay. And the testing, so there is also concept of environment too, okay. So development is done in development environment, okay, and testing is done in testing environment. So to understand what is the meaning of environment, so for example the Best Buy website you see, okay, that environment as a user you see that environment is called production environment or live environment, okay. So environment is just like containers, okay. So there are like a development container, then testing container, and then production container. They are physically separated, but they are like a similar to each other. Like the website, if you will see in development environment, look and feel and functionality, everything is the same, code is the same, okay. And if you as you see in like a production environment, so what they do, they write the code in development environment, then deploy in testing, and in testing environment they test the code only, okay. And when that is like testing is complete, then they pick up that code and then deploy in production environment. So that, because they don't want to change, make any changes in the production environment, because whenever there is a change made, it sometimes breaks the other functionality, and it is too risky to change directly, make changes directly into the production environment, especially when it's like a lot of value is there. For example, if Best Buy is trying to do that change, it will break. For example, once there was like kind of an error in testing with the Delta airline, okay. So they're like fare to Hawaii was like a $30 return ticket, okay. Due to that error, it's like break the system, and it was like people, and they have kind of lost of how many, I mean 10 or 15 million dollar just in just in few hours.
That's amazing.
So that's how important, like the value. And the change was like somebody like deploying the changes, and the code was like not good, okay. And it like broke the other functionality, and in the meantime, in few hours, while they were fixing, the people bought the ticket, then they have to kind of few apologize.
So a lot of people got $30 return tickets.
Return ticket. I mean, it's like a
amazing for the customer, not for the customer.
right.
I wish I
lost like
found out when they made that mistake.
right. So that is the example is like, because that's the basically value. That's why they don't make changes into live environment. So they develop, they have a development environment, development container, they do development over here. When development is done, the code is deployed into testing environment. So in the testing, they do system testing for that particular code, as well as like upstream testing and downstream testing, kind of whole, like, so that to ensure that it's not breaking any functionality. Okay. And sometime UAT is also done in testing environment, but sometime few companies also have another environment that is called a staging environment. Okay. So where like they have all beta versions of software. Okay. There, so it is pre-prod environment before production environment. Okay, but it is not live for every customer. So it is just live for few customers, not for every customer. Maybe just live for internal customers, not externals. Okay.
UAT was what again?
User acceptance testing. That is, user acceptance testing that can be done either in testing environment or staging environment.
Okay.
Depending if the company has staging environment. Not all companies have staging environment. Okay, but if they have staging, then UAT can be done in either. Okay. So when the system so when the development is going on, the tester are creating the test cases and test scripts. Okay. So as the development gets complete, testers are already ready to execute the system testing.
Right.
Okay. And as they have code deployed in testing environment, they start system testing. And if there is any defect they find, they will shoot it to development team fix it, and then deploy the code into testing environment, and then they retest it. Everything is working, then they will give a go ahead, like, hey, testing is done and everything is working. Then the next BA can work with the stakeholder to start user acceptance testing. Okay. And BA ask business or stakeholder, that product is ready, and who will be like testing from the business side. Okay. Who are the business user tester or UAT tester? So business will provide the list of those like a tester. Okay. And then BA will prepare test scripts. Okay. Or they acquired user test scripts from the testing team and also test data. Okay. And give a review of those test scripts to those user testers. Okay. And as that is like done, the user, they start testing and started giving the result to BA. And if they find any kind of defect or something, BA work with the testing and development team to make sure that bug is fixed. Okay. And when everything like a test UAT complete, BA send out that user acceptance testing report to release manager. Okay. Who then they will take like from further and finally deploy into the production environment. Okay. But the BA work after the UAT, that is almost done. Okay. So this is basically like in a whole cycle. Then one project, then another project. So usually what happens, like this is the main activity, business analysis. When you are working on this, is taking most of your time. Okay. When you are done this and the development is started, so your engagement becomes like maybe like 40%.
When they're developing.
Yeah, developing, because though then there's nothing else you have to do, just to make sure traceability metrics, and if they have any question, so usually you start another project in during that time.
Okay. Okay. Oh, during that, then they'll give you another project.
Right. So this is some similarly, like you're working a couple of projects at a time, and going, and sometimes more than two, depending on how big is the project.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So this is like this is the whole cycle, and that's why it is called software development life cycle. Okay. Because it's like you move in a cycle. Again, like requirement gathering, documentation, and then so solution, working with the solution team for solution analysis and development and testing, and then UAT, and then back to. Okay. So this is kind of a overview. So initiation project, idea is being like come to light. Okay. They do prepare like a project charter, okay, get it funded, and then send to IT leadership, work with the stakeholders to prioritize that, and then assign some project manager to that work order or that project.
Okay. Do I have this document that you brought up? Are you going to send this to
Yeah,
me?
I can send it to you. So that is
Yeah.
kind of similar, like the same that we have discussed,
Okay, no, I know, but just,
right?
I mean, obviously, I think my own notes are will be more helpful, but maybe just to have this, and I don't have the outline also. If you can just send those, like whatever you have.
Yeah, definitely I will send it.
Yeah,
Okay.
make sure that to make sure that it's when I look at my notes and then what you have, that it's matching up.
Mhm. Okay. Yep. So I'll send it. No worries.
Okay, great.
Okay. So now you know when the projects get initiated and how the project get executed. Okay. And what is SDLC? And SDLC that we have studied, that is a waterfall. Okay. Or traditional methodology.
Hmm.
Okay. And then go over that, end to end, understand that. Okay. And also prepare a transcript. Okay. Like I'll give you like mm, an example too. Okay.
Okay.
So prepare a transcript of like a response when somebody asks you, hey, like I ask, hey, tell me about your experience of working with that company XYZ on ABC project.
Okay.
Okay. And your response would be like, as a like the project I was first, you will tell about the project. Okay. You can take any example, whatever, I will leave it to you. Okay.
Okay.
Any example, just like I've given you Best Buy example, so you can take any example. Okay. So project was about this, and my role as a BA, I was working with I started working with the stakeholder. I identified the right stakeholders, and in the meantime I also develop my understanding by going through documents. Okay. So just
So you're kind of like
right. Just wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, wait.
oh, okay.
All right. So where we were at.
I was asking you.
Right. So basically, like that
Are you?
response. Right.
Is I'm
We're
sorry.
talking about response.
Um, wait. Okay. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, we were talking about the response, that how you will respond.
Right. No, but I'm asking. Is this like you're giving me like a practice in.
Exercise. Yep. Exercise. yeah, I'm giving as a project, okay. So you have to write your response in your own words, okay, just like I'm telling you in like more conversational mode, but write it,
Oh,
okay.
you want me to write it?
Right, write it, and then we have to practice, like then you will like write it and practice it, okay. And tomorrow I'm gonna ask you that, like question.
Okay, like
Okay,
an interview. So at an interview, they'll ask you like basically the same thing that we went over, but it's kind of like fill in the blanks, sort of.
exactly. So how you, it is kind of first interview question, okay. So we're gonna you're gonna respond to that question, okay. I'm gonna send you that, like kind of just for your information, the format,
Mhm.
okay. So you don't have to because you are writing in your own word, and that usually I avoid sending and just have you like write it, so that like you collect your thought, okay. But you are wise enough, I will like send you a response, okay. And you can understand that what it is like saying, and based on what we discussed, okay, how we are working from end to end the project, you have to put that in your response, like I work with the actually YZ company, and this is what the company does, and the project I was working about, that project about was this, okay.
I'm gonna
And
try my best.
right, so that is like just use the common sense.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a rocket science.
No, but it's no, I know, but it just sounds like basically everything you've taught me, and then I'll just like pick a random company and
So right, I can give you a company name too, and I can give you a project too if you want, okay. But I want you to
yeah. Oh,
do that, because this is exercise, okay.
okay.
So when you will do that, and then if there will be anything that any flaws or anything, then I can help you, because if I given you, okay, then you won't have that chance to figure out yourself,
Okay, so I'm
okay.
making up my own scenario, sort
All
of.
right, any company, anything, any of your interest, okay, that where you will like, okay, that company does this, provide any services or products, okay. And usually IT projects, they are of three types,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Either you are building a brand new system, that there is a no system already existing,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and you are building a brand new system,
Mm-hmm.
okay. The second scenario, that is almost 80% now, that is they already have some system, but you are increasing some functionality or doing some enhancement in existing system, okay. And the third scenario, that is you are implementing some out of box solution. For example, like the company want to use like Microsoft Office suite for their like some functionality, so you're gonna implement enterprise Microsoft Office, okay, for the company users. So when you're gonna implement, you are gonna basically customize, because Microsoft Office like have thousands of functionalities,
Wait,
and they probably only need
can you
like 10.
can you repeat that, please? You said the like an example is of if the company wanted to. Can you just repeat that thing about Microsoft Word? I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
First scenario, building a brand new system.
Right. You know that I got, and then
Second scenario, doing enhancement in existing system.
right. Yeah, that I have. Yeah.
And the third is implementing out of box solution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For example, some software, implementing some like third party software.
Mm-hmm.
So that software is already built, has all the functionality. Only we need to figure out what the functionality is needed, and then customize that software to provide those functionalities only.
Okay.
Okay, so any IT project will revolve around these three scenarios.
Got it.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay, and then you're sending me like a format of how you want it, I guess,
Yeah,
written.
I will send you that format, so that you have it.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, so let's do that, and then we will go from there.
Okay. All right. So then I'm not learning anything else today. We're just gonna go right into. Uh, is that it? Like we're not gonna learn. I'm not gonna learn anything today. I'm just gonna like.
Yeah, so that's what exercise we have to do, and that's the exercise, like as we will done, then we will move to the next step.
Okay.
We want to consolidate that. Basically right now you have learned the basics of like as a traditional BA.
Okay.
The one of the major methodology, implementing that how to do, means you are ready to take the job basically, and work as a like a BA in a traditional environment.
Okay. So this is kind of okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna try my best on this.
All
I'll
right.
just your format.
Okay, and this like I will send you those, and then if you have any question, you feel free to call me. Okay.
Okay. All right. So then tomorrow at the same time. I think that's our usual, right? 12. Does that work?
Yep. So tomorrow at the same time.
Okay. All right then. Okay. All right. I'll be waiting on your email then. And okay, wait. So quick question before
Yep.
you. So I guess you know what? I guess I'll see the format, and then if I have a question, I'll ask you. But just to. So when I'm like you
Whenever
want.
you have any question, you feel free to call me.
Okay. Let me look at the format, and then if I have questions, I'll call you. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
I don't know. I thought you didn't came yesterday.
Oh, really?